I'm Julie Herman of Jaybird Quilts and Lazy Girl Designs. And as we're getting ready to kick off the Gravity Sew Along, I wanted to do a short little introduction video to go over some of the supplies with you, some of the tools I find helpful, and what you can expect to happen during this sew along. The first thing that you're going to need is a Gravity book and a Gravity kit. If you have signed up for the Northcott Gravity Kit, your book is included in the kit, and this is what it looks like. This is the 10th anniversary version of the book. And your kit is going to come in this beautiful box. If you have not yet watched it, I did a little unboxing of the kit. It's this beautiful box that they have put together. If you have not signed up for that, there are still some shops with availability, and all that information will be in the caption below. Or if you happen to have the Gravity book since it has been out and you want to join in, that is great as well. So if you have the original book, that was first released 10 years ago and you want to sew from your stash, we would love to have you here as well. After that, the next thing is the rulers. Technically, the rulers are optional. There is full-size templates included in the book, but if you have ever done any of my projects, you know that the rulers are amazing and really do help and make things super easy. I have also provided the templates, so they're there. The two rulers that we use in Gravity are the Hexamore, which is my original ruler. Dates back all the way to 2012 already. It's incredible, amazing how time flies. And the Hexamore cuts hexagons, triangles, make sure the light, there we go. Hexagons, triangles, jewels, and half hexagons. And then the Super Sidekick. And the Super Sidekick, again, let's get the light, there we go. Cuts diamonds, also triangles, and half triangles. So you can see throughout the quilt, we have our hexagons from our Hexamore, we have our jewels from our Hexamore, we have triangles, which we can cut from either one, we have diamonds that we'll cut with the Super Sidekick, as well as all the diamonds in our background are also all cut with the Super Sidekick. Once you have your pattern and your fabric and your rulers, what else do you need? Sewing machine and thread. I like to use Aurifil 2600. It is a medium gray that I find blends in really well with most projects. That being said, when you are working on a block that is mostly dominant one color, like these are, if you'd like to use red thread for this block, so forth and so on, that's something you could do as well. You will need a rotary cutter and a mat and a straight ruler to cut your strips before using the specialty rulers. And then there's a few other things that I find helpful. I really like this pressing board from June Taylor. It's nice and hard, and my studio is really small, so I don't have space to keep an ironing board open all the time, like a full-size ironing board. So I like this because I can kind of move it around. So you will need some type of pressing surface and an iron. In addition to those things, there's a few things I find really helpful, and one is a stiletto. There's a bunch of different options available. These are the two I use most frequently. This is Tula Pinks. This is by Annie's. It just really helps. It's a nice little pointed end when you're pushing things through the machine so you don't have to get your fingers close to the needle. I also really like this seam roller by Violet Craft. It's just nice to be able to press my seams open when I'm at the machine. Sometimes when I'm sewing between steps and I don't want to either head on over to my iron or get it turned on if I don't have it turned on. Sewing clips are also really helpful to keep your pieces organized. And then there is a bonus fabric label PDF that I've put together for you. You should get it automatically sent to your email when you sign up for the sew along. If you've not yet done that, the link is in the caption below. It's free to sign up. And you will get this PDF from me. The front tells you exactly what to do. I go over it in the videos as well. And then it's a bunch of pages of tags. And what I suggest that you do is use those to clip onto your fabrics to keep track of them, and then transfer onto your pieces once they're cut. So that covers the supplies and the tools that you'll need. If you have any questions, please feel free to go ahead and ask those of me below. Happy to answer any questions you have. What can you expect from the sew along? What we have decided to do is there is this introduction video you're watching right now. There is an unboxing, and then every month there's going to be 2 videos. We decided to break it up into a cutting video and a piecing video. So in that first cutting video, you are going to see me take my fabric. So this is how your fabric shows up in your kit. And it's 3 months at a time are bundled together. So once you open that up and you have your first 3 months of fabric, I suggest you print out your tags and go ahead and label your fabrics. And then in that first video, I'm going to show you how to take this and end up with this. So what this is this is a pile of everything that I need to make, it's kind of out of view, the blue version of this block. This is month 3. And so that's what we'll do in the first video. And I will show you how to cut with the Hexamore or the Super Sidekick, depending on what block it is. Sometimes we use both in 1 month. So we'll do all of our cutting. Then in that second video, the second video for each month, I'm going to show you how to take this pile and turn it into a block. So all of our blocks for Gravity are diamonds. And if you've been around for a while, that's familiar to you. If you haven't, no fear. I take you through everything step by step. And the diamonds, so this is the blue one that's down there, but this is that same block right up here. And these blocks measure 12.5 inches from a flat side to a flat side. They're a funky measurement from point to point. That's not what we're worrying about. We're measuring from a flat side to a flat side. So if you imagine, the quilt isn't put together this way, but if you imagine like this is a row, this is 12 inches finished, 12.5 unfinished. So each month we'll have those 2 videos. We'll go over the cutting, we'll go over the piecing, and then you can go ahead and nicely store your blocks until we are ready to assemble our quilt. And then the last thing that I want to mention is the Stellar Pillow. So the Stellar Pillow is on the last spread of your book. And the Stellar Pillow is a bonus pillow that can be made from the scraps of making your Gravity Quilt. And you just need a 2.5 inch square from each of the fabrics. So I like to wait until I have the block done, just in case I make a mistake, so I have as much fabric as possible. And then once I have made my block, I go back and I cut my triangles, and then I have a little bag that I'm keeping these in. I have done months 1 through 3 so far, so that's what these are in my hand. And I'm just going to keep them all organized until the end. I hope that helps you know what to expect from our upcoming sew along. We are going to begin on my birthday, December 1st, and that is when the month 1 videos for cutting and piecing will come out. And if you happen to not have your kit yet, if you find this video later, no fear. You can jump in at any time. We welcome you at any time. The other thing is we would love to see your progress on Instagram or social media or in our Facebook community page, which you can get the link to down below in the comments. We would love to see your progress. So that means your blocks every month. That means you're cutting. And it's also our Facebook group is really a good community place to ask questions. If you are struggling with cutting or fabric selection or anything, and you kind of want to get some opinions from people, or you want to get some help and guidance, it's a great place. I'm there, Rachel's there, as well as a really good, nice community of people who are all there, happy to help you out. So if you have any other questions, please ask those in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please click like, and I would also suggest that you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the sew along emails. I will see you here very soon to get this sew along going.